Alright, so we should be live. I'm gonna go ahead and give a stream alert. Per usual. It might be a bit of a boring stream. I'm just gonna get down to hacking and going live. Yeah, boring stream. Yeah, let's just, before I give that, let me get everything kind of set up here. Happy Wednesday, my dudes. Hope everything is going well. And yeah. Let's go ahead and launch the spots. I gotta get connected to the VPN, to the VPN. Let's see if anyone is watching. Nobody yet. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Hope you learned something. Hope you take something away. And yeah, we're just gonna have a little. We're gonna wait for people to kind of just trickle in here. And I gotta sneeze. Happy for it to be Wednesday. Happy for it to be a Wednesday. Wait, you didn't even finish last night's video, Ronan! Welcome back. Glad to have you here. It's all good, man. We're still cruising to DEF CON. I'm gonna arrive there a bit early. So we have another, I want to get these streams in because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be out for like a week and a half, give or take, maybe a little more. And then the following days after DEF CON, I have my work, and then that coming Saturday and Sunday, we'll be back to stream. So I want to get these in here for you guys. I don't want to disappear on you. So let's see, we're gonna go here. And yesterday we managed to crack a few machines. Today we're gonna rehack some others. Although we could also do privilege escalation on those other two machines. We got access to two machines. We should really do local privilege escalation on those. And then once we got our LPE, or local privilege escalation, on those machines, then we'll be rocking and rolling and ready to go to see what kind of loot we get. We get the loot. You know how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. In the meantime, okay, we're back. We are back to Siren Official. Here, let's try another profile. Let's see how this looks. I want to see how this looks on the stream. Just on a different monitor, you know? We got futuristic profiles, the IBM profile, original IBM 3278. Oh, that's pretty good. IBM DOS. I can't even read that. That's unlegible, illegible. Vintage. Vintage is sick. Let's see how this actually looks on stream. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Default pixelated. Not bad either. Not bad either. I think that's pretty good, actually. That is, that's like the original Kali, but like on steroids, and it's got that CRT effect. I kind of like it, actually. It's clean. It's clean. I dig that. We're gonna rock that today. For anybody curious, that is cool retro term. I'm gonna open up Cherry Tree. I'm gonna get to hacking. You guys know the drill. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or what's going on, feel free to chime in. Let your friends know S1REN is live, and I'll give us stream alerts as well.
Welcome, Intruder. Welcome, Intruder.
Because I like HTML. That's why. Markdown is great. but I have more control over the way things look and appear. Also, exporting it, being able to export it into an HTML document that can be manipulated, worked with, you can play with the CSS, whatever it is really useful for reporting. So that's kind of why we opt for Cherry Tree around here. But I have nothing against Markdown. I use Markdown all the time. Don't get me wrong, love Markdown, but it's not going to offer me like what I'm looking for. It's not going to help me with zeroing in on a target or zeroing in on that low-hanging fruit is what I really mean to say, right? So we try to find that low-hanging fruit, zero in on that target, and we're good. Try to get that shell access, of which we have, and I'm going to try and get back into this box and see if we can get some local privilege escalation.
Welcome. Intruder.
I'm gonna make some friends, says Cyber Samurai, to tell them that S1REN is live. Bye, take care, okay. I don't know how that translates. I wish you'd stick around and still tell your friends that S1REN is live. That would work too, for real, for real. But yo, peace and love, thank you guys very much. Maybe English. Cyber Samurai 2121. I don't know. That's funny. It's like saying, I'm gonna tell everybody that you're live. Goodbye. Thank you either way. Thank you. Wish you would stay though. Wish you would stick around. Welcome, welcome, Ex-Gilded Thorn. So what is git cap? Why the heck do I perform that check? Why do I do that? Git capabilities. -R for recursive out of the root file system and redirect any erroneous output to dev null, right? To dev null. And the reason we check for this type of thing is we're checking for extended capabilities. That means, you know, did Jerry the admin come around onto this machine? Did he land in this machine and say, you know what, I'm gonna leave behind, it's gonna be totally secure, but I'm gonna allow Python to do something called set UID. That is what we're looking for with privilege escalation anyway. Is there anything in here that is gonna allow us to do what? To set UID to 0 and like execute Python, create a Python script, spawn a binsh shell, and do so with UID equals 0 effective privilege. So, or root. The point is, git cap is just think we're looking for extended capabilities. If Python was on here, if it was user bin Python, we would want to create a Python file that just spawned a shell, but set UID equals to 0, and we would have root. That's the general idea or principle behind git cap, at least for our purposes here. Yeah, everything is actually absolutely perfect. It's never been better with work. Thank you for asking, Gilded Thorn. Welcome, Neon Spring. Glad to have you.
Welcome, Intruder.
Welcome, Gino77. Glad to have you. Welcome, Intruder.
Welcome, Intruder. Welcome, Intruder. Welcome, Intruder. Welcome. Welcome, Intruder. 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 Welcome, Intruder.
Do we just poonkit this? I think we do. There's nothing else that's like misconfigured. And it's, I would do the snap exploit, but that requires an outbound connection, which is why I was testing it. I'm like, is there a newer version that doesn't require an outbound connection? No, it did not work. Rather, yeah, it does require an outbound connection, and my idea did not work. But I mean, no exotic. No, I mean, Ubuntu comes loaded with suids, but I mean, we could look into the sudo, but that would be for sudo edit. There was a sudo privilege escalation. I just want to change things up. I could technically be root right now with pkexec. Technically. Just want to change things up a little bit. I'm not really seeing too much of anything. I mean, we can check the cron tab. It looks like you might be right, Cyber Samurai. With the eye, checking that sudo version. Good point. I just wanted to check the processes here, and I wanted to check the cron tab, IO operations. Generally the way I go. But yeah, it looks like we might have a sudo exploit as well. Let's go ahead and grab this raw. In fact, I think we can just copy this code if I'm correct. And paste it and get root. You guys want to try this? Because I mean, it works for the version. Anything sudo 1.8 to 1.9 on the second octet version of that sudo executable binary. So we'd be exploiting that here then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to touch, siren.shell and chmod to permit it. And then nano siren.shell, we're gonna drop this in clean, and then we're gonna execute it. And put in the password for Frank, which was obey ... It doesn't seem this user can do you want to continue? Anyway, yes. No. So sudo, that would, or is this for sudo edit? I remember there was like a copy pastable version. Huh. Like a one-liner. Priv-esque, or I could be remembering wrong, but if I go bingo, user exploitable. Okay, so the problem here is that Frank can't run sudo on TheyLive, but his buddy Roddy can. The problem is, for this machine, check it out. Port 22 is the only service exposed. It means that if we wanted to access Roddy on this machine, the system level user Roddy, if we wanted to access the system level user Roddy, we would need his credentials. We would need his credentials. And if they're not lying around here somewhere, like I checked the mail, I've checked everything else, man. Let's check Etsy. It's not something like we can write to Etsy password, probably not. Yeah, there's nothing in here. It's not root daemon, root cups, root shadow. So At the end of the day, I think we're really just supposed to... We need to crack Roddy's password, right? If we cat Etsy MOTD, or Etsy... It should be... Was it var MOTD? No. Update MOTD. There is a special thing. Like, look, I'm gonna exit this and we're gonna reconnect. Look at the message of the day. They live, cool shades, you know, consume, obey, conform, right? Secure shell access, SSH lockout is enabled. So we gotta be careful here. But obey obey is actually the password, which is why in the beginning I was kind of trying to like switch user. Maybe we can switch user to root with conform consume, but I don't want to get locked out. I don't want to do that. If I know I have a capability, like I said yesterday, I am going to attempt that capability if I know it's gonna work. And if PoonKit is that capability, then PoonKit is that capability, and that's what we're gonna rock. So we're gonna touch poonkit.c. I'm gonna grab that source code. Good thinking there, though. We would have been able to exploit sudo. It's just Frankie here can't. He doesn't have sudo privileges. Period. So it doesn't work because the exploit requires that. So. It looks like we might have to do some cross compilation in order to get this to work. It is x86-64, so natively it should work. What we're gonna do is drop this into here. We're gonna create PoonKit, cd into PoonKit, touch PoonKit.c, nano PoonKit.c, drop the actual full source in. We got it from cached domain credentials. Cached domain credentials from a separate Windows machine, and we were able to grease this machine, so hell yeah. It's in the previous video. If you go to the YouTube channel associated with S1REN Official, you can get it. From yesterday's stream, that's you can see how we got it live. You'll see the Windows XP machine. We launched Eternal Blue, and it was kick-ass. It's just an old habit. You can do whatever you like, Ronan. Nano or touch. I like to touch the data first. No. Just when I learned how to create information on a Linux file system. They'll teach you the same type of stuff, Cyber Samurai, when you go for your OSCP. It's basic Linux commands. There's no super unique, interesting origin story really to anything about me. I'm just an OSCP who really, really, really loves security and tries to get other people into it, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Welcome, Intruder.
Hey, Believe, we're crying, all good, all good. No, we just got root on another machine and we discovered our loot was this directory. So we got loot on a machine here and let's see, range intel. Anyway, it gave us this obscure directory, which, you know, just preaches to security through obscurity. And so I'm like, okay, we have security through obscurity because how is anybody going to find that directory? People are like, oh, what? Security through obscurity? If I hear that in an interview, I don't like it. I kind of disagree. I firmly disagree. Security through obscurity is incredibly useful. It always was, it always will be. Sorry to disappoint anybody. But a UUID that is not discoverable by any word list that exists on public domain or even private, yeah, that is obscurity. And no one will find that unless you have it in a log file and the system is compromised. But then it's compromised in the first place. So here we are. We're waiting on this to basically finish up. It is taking its sweet time. Believe you me, it is taking its sweet time, but when it is done, our processor should be eased up a bit.
Welcome, Intruder. Welcome home, intruder. Hold on. A white hat wizard is
The problem with this, of course, is that it requires a username and a password, so it's an authenticated remote code execution. And the default credentials, I mean, I'm gonna try it and I bet you it's gonna have an issue with no creds or no auth. Let's see. It doesn't say authenticated, though properly in the database should. So I'm not going to spend too much time going down that rabbit hole for the time being. Going as a professional, going across this network, you know, I've spent maybe like 30 minutes on it. I've got enough knowledge about it, what it needs, what it requires for successful exploitation. I'm going to move on at this point in time. And we're going to go, if it has PwnKit and it's running Ubuntu, then we're gonna get some creds from MySQL definitely, and see if we can get any kind of access for that user Wiat or wait or however you would pronounce that, Wiat. But yeah, that is what we're doing now, and let's go crack .70.
Welcome, intruder. Welcome, intruder. Welcome, intruder. Through the shadows, we'll take our flight. Together we'll break the chains that bind. To reach the stars, leave all behind. The beat pulses through our veins, igniting the fire that never wanes. Under the neon sky we will ascend, to a place where dreams and reality blend. Riding on waves of electric sound, we'll soar high out above the clouds. Our spirits lifted by a melody, as we dance to the rhythm of eternity. We dance to the rhythm of eternity. Through the corridors of time we roam, a journey to the unknown. Building blocks of sound converge in the realm where dreams emerge. Electrified frequencies intertwine as the melodies ignite and climb. The piano keys are the doorway to rise in symphony of celestial skies. Soaring high, we reach for the stars, witnessing the cosmic symphony. Harmonies dancing in a celestial ballroom as we ascend to infinity. Big guns hit hard, that's just a fact. In the cyber war zone, we react with tag. White hats, information we gotta pack. Against sirens, intruders, we counteract. Another fact, the sirens call a sinister song, but white hats with big guns, that's strong. Together they stand a formidable throng. In this crazy symphonic sea, they right the wrong, they right the wrong.
Alright, so we have pwned about 3 or 4 machines now. Let's go for like 3 machines, yeah. So we're gonna go for a 4th. We're gonna go for a 4th machine. And it's called Commando and it lives on .36 and we gotta get that that nmap. I hear a let's get it with 100 bits from GerbySec. Thank you, Gerby. Let's get it.
Neon lights, they flash at me. City streets where hackers be. Code is life in binary. Living fast through circuitry. Data streams in midnight glow. Secret keys that none should know. Running beats where rhythms flow. In the dark, the secrets show. Digital hearts, they beat as one. Underneath the rising sun. Bytes and bits, our love is spun. In this game we've just begun. Silent whispers through the code. Encrypted love in stealthy mode. Electric vibes that overload. Pulse is strong, we can't erode. Dreams of circuits, they intertwine. In your arms the stars align.
This in-map scan is taking its sweet time, and I really just want to hack this machine. The script service scan is definitely what's taking, for anybody wondering, the script service scan is what's taking the longest. See, like, we jumped from 42% there to 71%. Yeah. I mean, I can play some sound. You gotta get it secure.
Just begun. We've just begun. Game we've just begun. We've just begun. Game we've just begun. Digital hearts, they beat as one. Underneath the rising sun. Bytes and bits, our love is spun. In this game we've just begun. Digital hearts, they beat as one. Underneath the rising sun. Bytes and bits, our love is spun. In this game we've just begun.
Welcome to SiREN Official. And thanks for the follow. So a little trick, if you're looking for an actual, something that I came up with when I was going for my OSCP, if you see 3389 on a Windows machine, and you're not sure exactly what the target version is, you can just use our desktop to 10 dot, to the target IP. 25.1 dot, was this 36, 39, what was this? I'm sorry guys, I have like minor dyslexia, and it kind of sucks, but there we go. Okay, so you type in yes, and we're gonna see if we can get an RDP connection up so we can confirm now. See there at the bottom, graphically, that this is running Windows 7 Professional, and that confirms which, the target OS version, which you'll notice is the top thing in my notes. You have to know your system, then the technologies it's running. System, services, applications, configurations, these types of things. That does include your Active Directory, by the way, or CIFS, which is known as Common Internet File Structure. So check it out. We got a Windows 7 machine. Who wants to say what payload we're gonna use against this Windows 7 machine? All right, Zed, take care, buddy. Have a good one. Catch you tomorrow. That's right, we're gonna try Eternal Blue. Fingers crossed, man. Maybe stick around a few minutes. Let's see if we get NT System Authority.
In the depths of the night, a spark ignites, an electric current pulsing with life, synthetic melodies intertwining in the air.
Looks like it may not be as easy as we thought with this Windows 7 machine. Unfortunate, but we can definitely say that our target OS is Windows 7 Professional. Yeah, unlucky. We'll have a good one. I'm gonna keep cracking at it.
Beats like a heartbeat in our souls. Layers of sound building to the climax, a harmonious blend, an epic sonic impact. Oh, feel the synth drive. Feel the wires become alive. An electrifying journey on a ride. In this progressive, electronic, epic stride.
There's gotta be a way, man, because that's the only services right now. There is remote desktop, but there's no RDP 0-day. Everyone knows that. 5985. Microsoft HTTP API. I mean, this is all kind of like default stuff. I almost want to pursue Blue here, even though there's no named pipe. We're getting access denied, like, which is fine. I'm pretty sure. Well, it might be attempting to map shares. It depends on the SMB version. Like, we're on SMB 2. Commando. Let's see. I mean, maybe like Eternal Champion, Eternal Synergy. I am not sure. I am not sure. But this is all gonna deny out. I guarantee it. Guest seems available. I don't think so. We can check with Ghost Snare real quick. But at the same time, I kind of want to look this up and find out if there's a way around this. If this is something like you encounter on 7, you know, is there a workaround? Maybe that we need to use a different version. We can try that, you know what I mean? I keep typing El Host on accident. Oh, oh. Oh my god. Target is likely vulnerable. Target is vulnerable. Connecting for exploitation. Come on! Come on! Come on! Let's get it! Triggering free of corrupted buffer. Hold on. Hold on. This is that NSA freaking crazy shit. Hold on. Hold on. We might just hope it triggers free of a corrupted buffer. Let's see if this goes. No, it failed. Wait, it's gonna retry. Hold on. Come on. Did I get too happy too soon? Dang it. Wait, did it? It didn't work the first time, so it... What?! When? Yes! Woohoo! We got it, guys. Alright, that was easy. That was easy. We got that one. We got it in at the end here, too. Hold on, hold on. Let's make sure we get our notation down. That was Commando. And nano hashes. We can run hashcat across that. Let's see what users we got. Let's drop into his shell. What information can we exfil as well? Or, wait, come on, get on, go on. Let's go. Let's just go. That's bling bling, dude. That's 4 bling blings in 2 hours. No, I didn't rerun it again. I used a different version. This time I used MS17010 Eternal Blue instead of using the prior one, which was PKExic, I think, something like that. But nonetheless, I'm kind of brain dead. It's been a long day. I had to do like a bunch of stuff at work today, and to be honest, I'm kind of tired. There is a local admin account. First thing I'm typing when I get into a Windows machine is net users. What do we got? Net user admin with a lowercase. Part of the local group administrators, but not part of an Active Directory group. Net user colonel, however, is also part of administrators. What we need to do here is gather cache domain credentials. We're gonna background this and search, or we're gonna background this sessions, verify that it exists, -L for list, and then we're gonna search cached cache domain credentials. Where are you? Cache dump. Thank you. Use post, and we're gonna set our session to 1, or set session to 1. We're gonna run this. Wait, sessions -L. Okay, that may not work. Hold on. Options. Set session 1, that is correct. Unfortunate. System is not joined to it. Okay, that's why. System's not joined to a domain controller. So this is like just not an, I would say not an isolated machine, just a standalone work machine. So what kind of information are we expecting off a standalone work machine? It's not connected to a domain. It might have just been something someone left behind in a closet. You know what I mean? But it's technically connected to the network. Or it has network connectivity as far as the infrastructure is concerned. But is it a part of, you know, what creds can we get? I agree with you, GerbySec. Let's take a look. Let's drop into a shell. Or, excuse me, sessions-I, interact with 1. Sessions-I1. Drop back into a shell. And we're going to go to users. And we're going to check out colonel, desktop, and see what's here. So there's putty on this machine, which is like, okay, that's great, but putty doesn't, you know, telnet doesn't help me at all, except if I can use it as a pivot, though I would probably use something like chisel. Chisel, you can use telnet or putty. You can use putty from a graphical user interface to tunnel. But it's not connected to a domain, so that just doesn't make sense. It seems like an old machine someone maybe just had telnet installed on, if we're doing any kind of forensic thinking on this. Take a look at admin desktop. Commando stuff. Let's see. Okay, we got things. We got things here. What's launch.bat? So when the computer starts up, C-script, no logo, start.vbs. What is this? Start.vbs. Does it contain credentials? No, but it is starting an HTTP server. What are we missing here, guys? VLC is running 2.2.8. VLC media player? What? HTTP server 1.0? The heck is this? Oh, wait a second. Sales stuff. Type read this first .text. Hey sales team, put any sensitive information here since it all hosted on my 7 PC away from the admins. So it's not on the network. You know what we gotta do? Oh my god. You know what we gotta do with this? Background. Background. You know what we gotta do? We gotta download that. We gotta exfil and get out of here, guys. This stream is coming to an end. We have got to get in there. CD here, CD users, CD admin, CD desktop, CD commando underscore stuff, CD HTTP server 1.0, and then we are going to download, or CD sales underscore stuff directory or ls, either way, and we are going to type lpwd. We are in Roadhouse, but what we're going to do is then download HTTP server 1.0.zip. I mean, put all your sensitive information in here. What is this? What is even going on? So let's go back to Roadhouse. Let's mv the zip file, HTTP server.zip to targets, commando, and exfiltrated, cd to targets, commando, and exfil. And then what we're going to do is do an unzip on this. And we have a binary executable. Hold on. Are we getting smoked here? Because this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Unless the HTTP server itself is hosting it? What do you guys think? What is going on here? Let's check and see if we, you know what? Let's check and see if we can get this here. We got to go back. Cat hashes. We're gonna run John on hashes -- word list equals user share word list rocku.txt and -- format equals nt. There we go. Admin had a password of backup. I mean, that's okay. I'm gonna nano our main thing here, and we're just gonna include backup in there. Maybe it was reused. Watch, that's like the one freaking password. But I wanted the password for Colonel. The problem is with that is they weren't ever a member of any domain. So at the end of the day, I don't know, guys. I don't know if this machine has much to offer us, unless we are missing something entirely or something. I feel like we're missing something important. Maybe we are. Let's see. dir-a-o-q. Recovery, maybe. What's under program files? Any applications containing things? MS build. There's putty again. Maybe putty has some credentials in it. Maybe there's a putty config. No, that's not the case. But that is good thinking, right? You know, you want to check for that kind of stuff. And let's, oh my gosh, is it getting this late already? Let's check out this program files directory again. We're just looking for installations of applications that may have config data. There's just none there. I mean, the SAM file, we just basically got that with hash dumps, so that's done. And we tried the cache domain credentials, though there is none. Net users, if we do net computer view, it should not pull up anything, or net view computer. If I'm correct, it really shouldn't pull up much of anything because it should not be, yeah, the network path was not found. So in all things considered here, there is an admin. I'm not sure if we can rdesktop into 10.25.1.36 as the local admin. Yes, go ahead and go with that certificate. I'm not sure. I mean, we have Commando Cali, but that's coming in. No, we want to log in as admin with the password of backup. Your account has been disabled. Please see your system administrator. No! How are you going to do this to me? Administrator backup? Incorrect. What about colonel backup? No. But we did... Yeah, no, the admin account is disabled here. Whoever came by is like... I'm disappointed, man. We got like no credentials from this, dude. If we didn't get credentials, then what do they mean the sales information? Just place it here. Net share? Is there any hidden shares? Just C, IPC, and admin. Like, am I missing something here, dude? Can you guys think? Putty stores creds in the registry. Good point. Let me check this out. Let me do some enum here. Or some searching, some research. From the register. I mean, we could try Mimikatz. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. LPWD. One moment. Locate Mimikatz. And system info, or sysinfo, is x64-bit, so we're gonna need Mimikatz 64. Here it is. I'm gonna copy that to here. Actually, CD targets, Commando, copy that here. And what we're gonna do is LPW or LCD to targets Commando. And now LLS, and then we're gonna LS where we currently are. And we're gonna go to CD Windows Tasks. LS, what's in here? It's a world writable directory. I'm thinking we upload mimikatz.exe. And go for it, man. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe it can pull it. /mimikatz.exe. /mimikatz.exe. Privilege debug. Error. Okay, let's try sec. Or let's say, what did we get? Hold on. Hold on. TLM. This is nothing though that hashed up, I think. Authenticated ID. I mean, it's worth trying to crack, right? Let's see if it comes out the same. I want to try it. I really do. So I'm gonna touch hashes to nano hashes to little science here between that. We're gonna do John on hashes to dash dash word list. It's equal to user share word list Rocky. And what did I miss? Dash dash format equals NTLM NT dash dash format equals NT. John dash dash show on hashes 2. Nah, I may have to use hashcat on my own machine, but let's see. Let's query it. I mean, we could create a script. Let's query it, I guess, right? Let's give it a query. Password, no, that ain't it. Undefined logon type. Right, query session, putty session name. Well, we don't know the session name, do we? Let's see if we can get it. The system was able to define specified registry key or value, and we can't. I don't know, man. I don't know, let me see. Putty sessions. I'm looking on Pentest Lab right now. Is program data present? This is Windows 7. We do have this. If we can have groups.xml on Windows 7, then we could probably recover some creds. WinRM. No, there's no groups. Do you guys see a password in here I'm not seeing? UID, the user ID, user context. I may just have to run my defaults across it. Let's see if we get anything. Name on RM. dir-a. Nothing hidden? Nope. Anything in a text file? You know? Okay, way too much. Where is it getting all of this HTML data from? Where's the web server hosted out of? I mean, is it iNet Pub? I'm talking too much. Let's see. I'm gonna keep going a little bit.
Late night screen, glow bright, typing fast at the mainframe. Lots of code that's on the screen. Hacker dreams won the game. Digital ghosts in the wires. Break the chains, break through firewalls. Cyber scene lights up the night. Riding waves through the calls. Code in the night. We ride and we fight. We conquer the light. Humans clash, no turning back. Virus and data bent. Digital thieves with schemes. Rewrite worlds with dreams. Neon lights flash by the street. City moves to a new beat. Hacker pulse strong unseen. Living life in the machine. Binary rhythms in my veins. Chasing ghosts linked by chains. Cyberpunk dreams reality. Falls a code in the night. Nothing stalls. We ride, we fight, bye. We conquer the light. Code in the night. Code in the night. We ride, we fight. Code in the night. We ride, we fight. Bye. We conquer the light. Keyboards clack, no turning back. Firing back. Virus and data back. Virus and data back. Keyboards clack, no turning back. Virus and data bent. Keyboards clack, no turning back. Virus and data bent. Keyboards clack, no turning back. Virus and data bent. The data bent. Data bent. Digital thieves with
I think this is a rabbit hole. There's nothing else here. It just says put any sensitive information here. I don't think it's gonna yield any like great amounts of information. Well, guys, sorry. That is 4 machines owned, but sorry, no loot here. I mean, we can keep going. I don't know. I'm gonna exit this. I'm gonna background this. Take a look. I mean, we own this machine. What else is there that we could maybe get some sensitive info from in range intel? Commando, escape from LA. Do we even have .45 in our file for enumeration? Let's see. We sure do. And it's running. I mean, we haven't even touched this yet, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna exit this. Exit dash yes. And our desktop to here. Let's see what the target OS is. Is it another Windows 7? No, this looks like Windows Server 2012. Okay, right on. So OS is Windows Server 2012, and that corresponds to 45, which is Escape from LA. So let's go ahead and, which one did we just own? Commando? We're gonna add another one called Commando here, and might as well just add that in there. Scan Commando and then come back to 45. Nothing really sensitive came out of this. I was hoping for a lot more, but it did not prove to show like any real valuable information. Fun nonetheless though. Apparently there's a sales team, we got that much. Maybe we return to it later. I don't know. Let's see, they got that there, and then there's another machine they have. Escape from LA. Yeah, I tried querying Putty in the registry. Nothing came up. So, escape from LA. Bold, okay. I mean, I could get more brutal with it. I could add myself as a user, an RDP user, RDP in. Check the registry through a graphical user interface and so on and so forth. But that's just, you know, I got to make use of my time during an engagement, right? We can't spend too long on something. So that 45 is what we're gonna do now, and take a quick look at see if it's exploitable. We know the actual server is running Windows Server 2012 R2. So we're gonna have to go from there. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Pulsing lights, neon streets, glowing signs and city beats. Driving fast, can't slow down, feel the energy all around. Phantom waves, electric flow, taking me where I wanna go.
So the server doesn't permit null sessions. I don't think Eternal Blue is gonna work on here again. There is a server on port 8000, but there's like nothing there, which is kind of creepy. Let's put this down as escape from LA. And so, I mean, that scratches this off the list. There is 443, risky method of trace. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see, 10.25.1. And this is 45. We've just gone through so many machines here. No content, uploader in place, snake P. So, uploader in place. I don't know what that means. Maybe we gotta fuzz that in the meantime, see if there's anything there. Fuzz files, fuzz directories. You can never be too careful. We gotta check and see. Export URL. We're gonna check for files there, and down here we're gonna check for directories with the trailing /. Oh, can't forget the HTTP. There we go. And up here as well. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Fuzz files. See if we get anything back. Do I need to revert this? No, I don't. Words. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. CGI bin. There is an image directory. Let's see what that corresponds to. Nothing special at all. In fact, I think we fuzzed this once before, didn't we? Yeah, because we had examples in PHP My Admin. There is a dashboard. Welcome to XAMPP, which is great, but PHP info is going to be... Oh, hello. Okay. PHP My Admin. Access forbidden. No, but we got a PHP info. I'm going to take that, throw that into my enumeration. For escape from LA. And just, you know, as a quick reference. Let's check functions. There are no disabled functions. So in the event that we get a writable location or something, do we have a put method? Is that possible? You're just kind of hearing me think out loud. Like, how does Siren go so quick? I mean, this is it. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with this stuff. I'm a little brain dead.
Welcome, Intruder. Welcome, Intruder. Welcome, Intruder.
I figured this might not work. It is 2012 R2, which is why I'm like, memory, how are you serving me here? But, or Windows Server 2012, but IPC does not have a writable share. Unless we can connect with guest credentials. Let's just, also, what is up with this? Okay, it's fixed. I fixed it. Unless we can connect with guest credentials, let's try SMB client. If we can do that to the IPC share, then maybe we can get Blue to work here, or Eternal Blue rather. IPC and dash user, what was it? SMB. Do I even have that present? It's probably not here. No, it's not, since I nuked my machine. But SMB client is very finicky with its syntax. Dash user, I don't know, guest. We could try netexec if we need to. No, that's a logon failure. Try maybe case sensitivity. Maybe null password. No, oh, it's account disabled. Okay, yay. Well, wait a second. Account disabled is different. So it is guest and then no pass. I'm just gonna YOLO this before the end of the stream. Set SMB user to guest because we got a connection. We did have a handshake technically there. And then password is going to be null, and I guess run. Yeah, still not vulnerable. There it is. IPC tree error occurred. Damn. Well, that's unfortunate, guys. I don't know what we're missing here, because server message block doesn't seem to be the way into this machine, unless there's no like RPC share server of any kind. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing PHP. I already tried 8000, or did we try 5985 with our fuzz? So let's try fuzzing 5985. If nothing is yielded, I'm sorry, and we'll call it a stream end, and we'll just follow up tomorrow, or maybe move to a different machine. But we'll see. Let's just give it a go. You know, let's give it the old-fashioned, tried and true test and see if there's anything we're missing here. I just want to know that I fuzzed this. I want to have this in my noggin. Like, yeah, we fuzzed this. In fact, I'm just gonna put down like, dude, we fuzzed this. Dude, we fuzzed this. Both 5985 and 8000, which is kind of weird. But let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. What was on 443? Was there anything on 443? Oh, there is on 443, yeah. True. Hold on. You are correct, technically, but that is a bad request. Let's try HTTPS. Oh, wait a second. Good eye, dude. I was looking at SMB and you saw 443, not 445. Advanced, accept the risk and continue. It's just this, but we need to fuzz this. You're right. We need to fuzz this first. This takes priority. Let's go ahead and try files. See if there's anything there, because it is always worth checking. You know, an HTTP versus HTTPS, it may not always be the same thing. So we're gonna export that URL and check words here, and that way we can say oh my goodness. That way we can also hush or suppress 400, goodness sake. And let's see what we get back. 8000 and 443. It just doesn't strike me that there'd be anything here. Like, I'm seeing a fresh Windows server up like this. Maybe it's acting as something else. There is technically an index.html. Maybe there's some hidden PHP file, an upload file. It does say on the home page, you know what I mean? It does say not content, uploader in place. What is that code for, Snake P? Not content, uploader in place. Last time I checked, that is not English. Uploader for what? Where is the uploader? Where is the uploader, Snake P? Where is it? I want to know. Tell me where the uploader is. Tell me. Tell me where it is, Snake P. I'm searching directories. I'm looking for files. I know you're running XAMPP, and I know you're running PHP as the web technology. Show me the uploader. There is applications.html again. Yawn. Bitnami, open source. Is there search display Bitnami? Bitnami exploit. Bitnami WAMP stack server version. PHP pair HTTP. Hold on. Pair is running. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a friggin' second. Arbitrary file upload on what? Hold on. Are we onto a thing? This package comes with an upload example. The file tests the package. Okay, but where's the pair directory? All this is a PHP exec. Pair install HTTP upload. Does this inquire that we have access to some admin page or require that? Very interesting, very curious. Because we have the PHP info as visible here, and it strikes me, it's like, why the hell is that possible? Well, pair is there. Include path is pair. Like, make no mistake about it. It is there. But can we do this remotely? I've not seen or done this one before. Hold on. This is new. Advisory. Is this? That's an HTTP link. Hold on. Yeah, you have vulnerability details there. Congratulations, but where? Successfully tested on WAMP stack. And XAMPP for Linux, so this is XAMPP on Windows. I'm not sure. I can't call this one. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go down, you know, this like negative rabbit hole of, oh my god, is it this? Why isn't it, you know, it has to be this, why isn't this working, or whatever. And this is not turning up anything. So I apologize, guys. I know we have 21 viewers, 21 quiet viewers. But we're working on Bitnami add-ons for PHP 7 is possible to. The current add-ons do not work well with this version. I mean, there is a PHP my admin. Maybe if we do an X forwarded for 127001, we might be able to access that. Forward, no, that would be in the HTTP config. Start guide. Is there a directory that's obscure that I am missing for Bitnami? No, this is just a setup guide. Pro-TV Apache server. So I don't know here, guys. On Escape from LA, I can't say. I think we already owned Missing in Action. We've owned Cobra, Commando, Speed, Top Gun. On 29, we can come back to Total Recall. I think we owned as well. We owned TheyLive. We've owned quite a lot. So, honest to God, there are a lot of ways we can approach this. There is one final thing we can test that I do want to check, and it is with my Ghost Snare. Actually, in truth, it is with Ghost Snare. Ghostsnare.py specifically. I enumerated that we have the DC IP as 10.25.1.15, and the DC name is, drumroll, DC-Rambo. DC-Rambo. I also made a little bit of a slight modification to Zero Logon to make it look cooler. That's all. So I'm gonna load Zero Logon. It's running. And maybe the domain is vulnerable to Zero Logon. I know what you're thinking. Why don't we just try something like this out of the gate and pwn the entire domain, Siren? Well, I wanted to hack all the web applications I could find first. You know what I mean? So it's a Wednesday. Let's segue. This is a long recording, but you know, whatever. Whatever, man. The thing is, we do not have an Active Directory user right now, which is kind of sad, but we do have Secret Stump. And I don't think, I mean, while that's running, let's see. So the exploit completed, in theory, changing account password to empty string. It took 393 attempts to do that. We should be able to perhaps maybe dump secrets. Oh, set domain. Wouldn't that be, well, hold on. Cat Etsy hosts. DCRambo.roadhouse.com. Would it just be roadhouse.com? Let's try it. I don't know. Dump secrets. Okay, so we just went ahead and pwned the entire domain. We just owned every machine. And I got the sniffles, but we just owned every machine on the network. With the power of Ghost Snare. Yeah, no, we just owned everything, boys and girls. So that's how we're gonna conclude this stream. Woo! Sorry if I blew out your ears there. We just owned everything. Yo! We got it! It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. What do we do with all of this? I don't know. Run the show. We're gonna run this show. Kerberos keys grabbed. So we just... Wild good-ish? Gerbysec, good-ish? Come on. What does that mean? Believe with the bling bling. Good God, guys. Come on. Come on. There's 22 viewers in chat. We just own this entire domain after doing how many of those manually? You just saw me run through all these machines manually, plus a bunch more from YouTube, and now we used a custom tool called Ghost Snare that we wrote, which is available in our Discord. And bang! Anybody gonna play a sound? I'm gonna play a sound. What sound do we play? I mean, I don't know what to say. This one maybe? Whoop whoop! And owned your network, man. Owned your network. Woo whoop! Totally owned the entire thing. So, God, I love that. I love that. That's the power of due diligence, folks. Thank you for the 100 bits. But you know the drill. I don't know what's happening to my computer right now. We just hacked 4 to 5 machines manually, man. And then, on top of that, we owned the entire domain with 0 logon. I don't... Whoop whoop! Thank you guys for being here. And it's only halfway through the week. Where do we go from here? Bloodhound. Bloodhound all the way is where we're going from here. And we're going to get it all mapped out, and it's going to look so freaking nice. You're going to see a graphical user interface with Bloodhound, Bloodhound Python integration into Ghost Snare. Things are going to be basically amazing, is what I'm trying to tell you. You're in store for a treat tomorrow if you're new to cybersecurity and you're like, how the hell do what is Bloodhound? What is that? Maybe you're not, maybe you do know what it is. Either way, we're going into Bloodhound after this, and we're gonna get a freaking map. For goodness sake, we're gonna get a map of this whole thing, and it's not gonna be a maze anymore. But look at how many footholds we were able to land. Oh yeah. That's the power of the web surface. Code execution, straight up. Straight up. You won't always have a 0 logon. You won't always have that capability. It won't always be vulnerable like that, right? To this 2021 CV. Or was it 2020? This was, let me actually check. Like, sanity check here. Hold on. It was... yeah, 2020. Yeah, you're not gonna. It's 4 years. You're gonna find it in the wild. You're gonna find it still. You know, it's still within the first half of the decade. You're gonna find it for sure. It's out there. But holy shit, we've got this. We just owned the whole freaking thing, man. One last look at all the loot, and inside here we type loot. We can clear it out at any time. There's our little spooky ghost. Boom. And we type loot. And there it is. There it is. So, I don't know what else to say, guys. You guys have a wonderful, fantastic evening. Again, if you are going to DEF CON, swing by the Packet Hacking Village. Ask for S1REN. Chances are I'll be there. I might be walking around. If I'm not there, I'll be there at some other point. You know, I am human after all. So I want to see the rest of DEF CON too. I do. I know I'm going to be meeting up with Believe there. Believe, I look forward to giving you a fist bump and being able to walk around DEF CON with you. Maybe even grabbing a dinner, buddy. But yeah, because you've been a #1 contributor to this stream, for sure. And let's see. I think we're good here, folks. I think we're good. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have an absolutely wonderful evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. Have an absolutely great one. Stay ethical. Keep focused. Be proactive. Keep your reports super tidy, super nice. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out, intruders. Peace out.